Today we're going to make 2 Valentine pattern brushes for Procreate. Start with a square canvas, go to Actions, Canvas, Drawing Guide, and Edit Drawing Guide. Need to turn on Radial. Tap Done. In the brush library, go to Calligraphy Set and choose the monoline brush. Make sure you're on a new layer and you turn on Drawing Assist. Okay, adjust the size for the monoline brush. Now make a diamond. You only need to draw in one part because we have radial turned on. Now you can turn off the drawing guide. Decrease the opacity of this layer. And now you can add your design. This is the design I'm going to use, but you can put anything as long as you make sure it's inside the diamond. I used brushes from my Love brush set. You can find the links below. But as I said, you can use anything you want. I like to make sure that every element is on a separate layer. This way, if I want to make any changes, it's a lot easier. So when you have your layers together, make sure you put them into a group. At the top of the group, add a new layer, choose a color, any color that's not black, and use the monoline brush from before. And now we're going to make marks in all 4 corners, because when we copy the canvas later, Procreate will only copy what is on the canvas, and if the design doesn't reach the edges, it will not copy it. Now duplicate the group and turn the bottom one off. I'm going to rename this group Original so that I know that this is the original group. Now flatten the new group and duplicate the layer 5 times. Now I like to turn off the layers that I'm not using to make it easier. Tap on the arrow and make sure snapping and magnetics are on. Now we're going to move the layers to the corners. When you see the yellow lines, you know that it's in the right place. We want to move 1 to each corner, so turn on the layers as you use them. Always making sure that you're getting those yellow lines. When you're done, you can merge the 4 corner layers. Now we need to remove these purple marks. I use the selection tool and remove it from the canvas. You could also use the eraser. Do the same thing for the center design. Move the corner marks by using the selection tool or the eraser. And now we can merge these 2 layers together. And now is the time when you can make any changes to the design that you want, as long as you only change the elements that are not touching the sides. When you're happy with your design, you can turn off the diamond layer and make 4 copies of this layer. As before, turn off the layers that you're not using. Make sure snapping and magnetics are on, and this time we're going to get the little blue dot and drag it to the corner. We're going to make it smaller. Do the same for each layer to a corner. Now, at this stage, if there's something you don't like, you can still make some changes. I think that the writing for mine needs to be a little bit lower. So I'm going to delete those 4 layers and go back to the previous step. Here I'm going to lower the writing a little using the selection tool. Then duplicate the layer 4 times and repeat the previous step. And I'm much happier with that now. So I'm going to merge those layers and I'm going to label it Final Pattern. Turn off the background layer and tap on the Final Pattern layer and tap Invert. Go to Actions and Add, Copy Canvas. Then go to the brush library and find the brush set where you want to add the brush. Tap on the plus sign, go to Green, Edit, Import, and Paste. Tap Done when you're done. Now in Green, adjust the scale and zoom. You may need to play around with it and adjust it according to how you want the design to look. Now the important thing about pattern brushes is that if we take our pen off the canvas, we don't want it to overlap when we put it on again. Take a look at this. If the offset jitter is on and you remove your pen, it will just go over the top again and it won't be seamless. So we need to turn the offset jitter off. See what happens now when we draw and then we take our pen off and put it back? It remains seamless. Go to rendering mode. I like light glaze, but you can experiment. Go to Apple Pencil, turn the opacity to none, properties, and increase the maximum size. Let's try the brush out. Okay, I think it looks good. But I might play around a little bit with the scale and zoom. Do this as many times as you need until you're happy with the result. Go to About This Brush, give your brush a title or a name. Add a photo or logo. Put your name. And create a new reset point. And now you have a cute new pattern brush. The next brush is a super simple heart pattern. You could use any shape you want, but I'm going to use a heart, and I'm going to use a heart from my love brushes. But again, it could be a dot, it could be a star, it could be anything. Make sure it's the biggest size it can be and it's in the center of the canvas. You need to have snapping and magnetics turned on. Turn off the background layer, tap on the layer and tap Invert. Go to Actions and Copy Canvas, and then go to the brush set where you want to add the brush. Duplicate the first brush we made, tap on it, go to Green, Edit, Import, and Paste. Tap Done. And here again we're going to adjust the scale and zoom so that the hearts or whatever shape you're using is smaller. Now let's test it out. I think it looks good and it was so simple to make. Go to About This Brush, change the brush name, and create a new reset point. And now you have 2 new Valentine's brushes. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching and happy creating.